I spent a lot of time talking about remaking Las Vegas and not showing you that like this shirt doesn't actually cover my stomach. If I look in the mirror, it doesn't cover my stomach because I'm a sex trafficking victim, and like I've talked a lot about sex trafficking for a while, and these cars drive around Las Vegas all the time, girls to you, straight to you, and my opinion is I don't want to see that. And I think that like the model that we create for Las Vegas could be a model for the United States if we can figure out how to like get everything under control. Because Treasure Island, like when it's a tourist destination and you can drop off your kid at camp there, like, and camp has like trampolines and basketball courts and stuff like that, and like pools and all that stuff. Like I think you could have them stay the night there. Like you're going to camp for 3 days, and they're like they get their own hotel room over there, even, and then you can go to the rave and all that stuff. But like I think that I'm pretty much gonna drop my kids off there for daycare because I'll be working here, and getting rid of slot machines and like trying to figure out like what to do about Vegas, because like what you guys have to understand is like I know like who's involved with sex trafficking. Like I know who cares about sex trafficking the most. I know how much I care about Vegas and how often I'm in Vegas, and I know who spends that much money in politics and like has that much influence over politics. That's Sheldon Adelson's property, which like I'm basically planning on filling it up with government people. Like not that one, that's the Venetian, but the Palazzo, I was just going to fill it up with government people. And the Cosmopolitan, it's government people, and probably like the Wynn is going to have a lot of government people, and like a lot of them are going to have a lot of government people, but they're also going to have hotels and hotel rooms, and like I mean I'm going to actually know who's actually making money on stuff, like how much money these people actually make on casinos versus other things, because I feel like when you're talking about gangsters, like you have no idea what actually makes money and what doesn't make money, because like they sure want to convince you that they're making money when they're not, and there's trafficking in girls. And I think we have to get that under control. Like, I mean, this whole like sex slavery thing like has to end. Like, you guys understand what these people are like. Like, they've gone way too far, and that's why like I'm talking about like taking these properties for the government, but then making it acceptable to like be in Las Vegas, or making Vegas not like, what's wrong with Vegas? Like, why is there a slot machine everywhere I look? Why can't I ever go anywhere without a slot machine? I think Vegas shouldn't be slots everywhere. I think it should be that. No signs. I've been trying to think about what to put on the Trump Hotel, especially, but a lot of these hotels are going to have name changes, and like generally, like I don't want to have to change the name, like ever. But like the problem is, I have to change the name on certain ones, like Trump, and I was thinking I can just put the 4 cardinal virtues of like Greek philosophy on them, on the signs, and I'm sure you guys are going, oh, that's kind of crazy. Why would you do that? Like what I'll tell you is that like I have to fulfill the prophecy. Origins prophecy is that like someone will come and they will restore like the world to caring about like the Greek virtues or something like that. That's not really why. Like I just really wanted to get rid of Trump, and I was like, oh, Andrea Hotel. Oh, Trump would never complain about that name. No. And then like there's the Hilton Grand Vacations. Sofrosone. Because Sofrosone is like probably my favorite virtue, because I can't accomplish it because I'm not old yet. Like, because according to Socrates, like you can't reach Sofrosone until you're so old that you're not like very hungry, like where you like eat small amounts of food. Like you have like that much self-control. But phronesis like does not sound that pretty, but like I almost want to put it on that one, but like it looks like I need a longer name, and that's why Takayosune is there. And so phronesis like was going to be on the Mirage, but I think the Mirage is probably already like torn down. Like I don't know, they're tearing down like a 3,000 room hotel, one of the biggest hotels in the United States, room wise. They're tearing it down to put a new hotel when they could just put the new hotel like right down, like across the street. but then no one would walk there because they want to go to the Cosmopolitan. But now I'm taking the Cosmopolitan, and I'm taking a lot of hotels. The Palazzo's name's fine. The Venetian's is fine. Like, Aria is fine. Like, most of them are fine. Like, the big name, like, that needs to change is Trump. And that's why I was like, well, we got to find one that fits in that space. And I think Andrea is the closest word I can find. All right. Yes, this is boring. I think probably, like, one of the hardest parts of moving the capital to Vegas is, like, trying to figure out, like how am I going to deal with advertising? Because, like, they'll put a giant Penn and Teller on, like, this entire building, like, if it's that hotel. Like, I think that there are certain hotels that they're just like, screw this hotel is an advertisement. Like, the Luxor is a giant advertisement. But then there are, like, the naked guys, the blokes inside the Excalibur Hotel, which, like, I think that they've decided, like, that's where we're sending the women to see, like, the blokes. But then in the Rio, which is another cheap hotel, like, I've stayed at both of them, like, they've got the Chippendales sign, like, you walk past it every time you go to the parking lot. Like, they're bigger than you. And so, like, I've got to figure out, like, what do you do for advertisements? Like, because I was thinking, like, it would be, like, actually not that bad if, like, we had Meg do a residency in Vegas, and she could make a lot of money. And then, but it would be, like, a big-ass stadium-type residency. And so, like, I think that she hasn't played that much. I don't know how much she's played, but, like, if she did a residency, like, it would, like, make it so you do, like, 5 less shows because her one show is 5 shows. And so I'm not exactly sure how to deal with that. Like, because, like, I do know that we still got to have, like, naked dudes, because there's a reason they've got naked dudes there. Like, it's because the women need to see the naked dudes and go, oh yeah, we want to go see strippers. And like, it works, I think. But, like, you have to, like, I think that I can plan the entertainment together. Like people will, like I need like an app, or like but I can definitely control the website that much for when you go to Vegas, because, like, I don't want the giant, like, because these dudes are naked on the walls in the Excalibur. Like, this whole thing is, like, it's just, it feels like it's naked dudes. And then there's, like, people like, you need prostitute. And, like, I've always thought that the prostitution you shouldn't have to, like, go, like, have people, like, try to get you to use a prostitute. Like, they should, like, if you want to get a prostitute Las Vegas. Escort Las Vegas or whatever. Like, I mean, but then, like, I don't know. Like, I mean, I think it's a real city where, like, people do advertisements. So someone might hand you a piece of paper and say, hey, go to the strip club. But I don't want every single person, like, constantly asking you to go to the strip club. Like, and like, that's the thing about, like, trying to make Vegas not tacky. Like, I think you might be able to make more money off of, like, not the same people, but still a lot of the same people. Like, if you just, like, hide, like, keep things quiet, like, or you don't make it like, here, it's only $140 to go stay at this hotel. Now it's $230 because I added fees that you don't know about. I think the Sphere is, like, a big deal to everyone, like, because it attracts so many people to come to Las Vegas and see shows. Like, I think that if the Sphere is running, like, it needs to be a very expensive show. But, like, what I was thinking for Meg would be probably, like, there's Allegiant Stadium, which is, like, the second most expensive stadium in the United States, and then there's T-Mobile Stadium. And I would prefer T-Mobile because it's on the Strip. But that's where the Golden Knights play, and that's, like, the season that I'm going to be there, especially. But, like, football season doesn't really mess with, which, by the way, like, I'm pretty sure that I would be an owner of the Raiders. Like, that's just what it feels like. I don't even know exactly how all the financing worked on that and that. But I do know the Golden Knights is a hockey team. Like it's cool to have, like, a stadium on the Strip, and that's why, like, I prefer for the residency to be there. I'd prefer for it to be a Cirque du Soleil show where it's both Cirque du Soleil, like, and Meg Myers performing, and that's why I think, like, Allegiant Stadium would be great. But I think that you'd have to. It's almost like you want to keep the price pretty freaking low, because like you can because the show would be going all the time, but then that ruins your ability to make a ton of money at other venues. Like, and so I don't really know, because I think the reality is that a lot of people would want to go see a Cirque du Soleil Meg Myers concert in a stadium and it's super fun, and it's always going on. Like that's what residency is. It's an artist that lives there and they play all the time. Lady Gaga used to do a residency in Vegas, and Adele did a residency. So I'll be around, so I can play whenever also. And Cirque du Soleil, I think, is like one of those groups that like people tend to watch in a theater like this. This is the Michael Jackson 1 theater. Like it didn't used to be called that. Like they like kept the name like after Michael Jackson like got like that accused of being a child molester. And it's like, it's an MGM owns it. It's at the Mandalay Bay, which there's Mandalay Bay, there's Delano, and then that's like right over by the Luxor Hotel, and by Excalibur. It's on the MGM side of the strip. So like, there's Cirque du Soleil is cool. Like I think it's awesome that like they do stuff like that, and I think it's cool seeing things that are impossible. And I think that like America's Got Talent type stuff is what Vegas does. But I still think like Meg Myers and Allegiant Stadium, like the thing about Allegiant Stadium is as long as you have like transportation to and from Allegiant Stadium, I think there's money in hockey. And I think it's weird that there's money in hockey in Las Vegas, like only in like a professional team, but like you don't have like the built-in fan base. But I mean, you do in Los Angeles, they have the Los Angeles Kings, right? And that was like one of the biggest franchises in hockey. So like there's like the Detroit Red Wings, which is like one of the biggest franchises in hockey. And so like there are some teams that are like bigger, and yeah, I mean there's the Dallas Stars, but like I don't think that like people in Texas really play hockey. I think people in Colorado like play hockey, and that's why I've never played hockey, because I didn't really live in Colorado when I was growing up. But they're at T-Mobile Arena, and I looked at it, and it looks like I'm probably gonna own T-Mobile Arena, and that's like right on the strip. And like what the problem with like that is, it is a really good big stadium, and I don't know how to not like use it for like Meg Myers playing with Cirque du Soleil, because like, but the more I think about like the Allegiant Stadium, which is like twice as big, like I think Cirque du Soleil can be here and here and here, and like they're all throughout the audience. So like it's so big that you can't really see her as much, but she's on the screen. But like it's not, but like you can still see the show, because the show is all throughout the audience. And that's why I think it's fine. Like I think these ones are used for like one-on-one like fighting, because this is so much smaller. Like I think for hockey it's like 17,500 max, but the MGM Grand, like I could put hockey there even, like if I had to. But I feel like everyone would be like, this is terrible, like T-Mobile Arena is what we have to use. And I think that like if it's making that much money, then yes. But if not, like I would like to put like a real show, like Cirque du Soleil and Meg Myers together, like on the strip, like in a big capacity building, because like people are gonna be wasted and they're gonna want to go home. And like even though from Allegiant Stadium, like we can have a bus that's always going, like there's a bus that goes to the strip. I still think like no one really likes the bus. They like to be able to walk up to that area because that area is so nice. But so yeah, I don't know. Like it looks like they have a lot of deals with MMA and stuff like that, and that I would never complain about MMA fights there ever. And I think they do MMA fight, or they used to do MMA fights at the MGM Grand Garden Arena, because they're like they have that many really good venues there. And so I don't know. Like all I know is that like I think that we can make a lot more money there, like or like make more money in a way that's not like I just trick someone into paying me. Like I just told someone that they were going to pay $80 and then I charged them $130. Like, I mean, like that's Vegas for you. Like they lie. And then next thing you know, you're like, wait, what? Like I'm paying for this? So, yeah, I think Vegas shouldn't be. So I'm trying to figure out how to make Vegas awesome without like having it be so freaking annoying. And like the conclusion I've reached is that we have to have two parties. We have one at the T-Mobile Arena and one at Allegiant Stadium. And like, so like both of them have DJs. Meg Myers is playing at Allegiant Stadium, I think. I think the rule is like, you can have your titties out at Allegiant Stadium, but only if you're wearing body paint, and you can have your titties out actually at T-Mobile Arena. So like titties are allowed to be shown there. They can have titties in the show. Like it can, but it's still like circus performing type stuff. And it's like a rave. It's like a concert with performers and stuff. It's a show, but that would be the one that's like right in the middle of Las Vegas. So MGM Arena like is where like I think like the third party might exist, because that could be like those two could be so busy, but that one's so big that for a residency it's really busy. So I think like Eeyore's birthday party could be a month for sure. Like I think like I have to like, this is in Elfton for sure. So, but like, I mean, toga parties are fun, but like, I don't know if people will go to Vegas to do a toga party, but like, that's the toga party. Like if you're going to that one, maybe like, or even that one would work. Like Stoner Fest, like I would be legalizing marijuana in Vegas, so like people could smoke inside. And red light, green light parties, like if you're single, you wear a green light. If you're in a relationship, you wear a red light, or you can wear yellow clothes, like it's your clothing. And it's to say whether or not you're available. And so like it's a way of like where like you can go to Vegas and not buy a prostitute. You might meet a girl who's in Vegas. Like like not everyone's going there to buy a prostitute. They might go there to have fun, and they might like actually like meeting someone there, because a lot of people from LA will go to Vegas, I'm sure. So that's what I'm thinking. Like 2 parties, like always. But like I think that like we might have to do MGM Grand, but it's fine because like when like you can make that into whatever you want with that. Like I think that's set up as stadium seating no matter what. And like we'd have to like take out seats to have like places for the performers to do stuff, which I think is fine. Which we'd have to do here too, like at certain times, like just remove some of the seats and have performing areas, because that's really what makes the whole show. But yeah, Halloween party is pretty much everything. Like I think it's like always going to be a Halloween party, because like I really don't want to deal with all the Elfton stuff until Elfton. I'm still working on this plan to take over Vegas and basically turn it into like a big ass rave. So it's like, the interior would be remade, like it's probably into more like the Alien Circus Orgy plan I had. So it'd always be a Halloween party. And I was thinking like, if I'm going to take over Universal Music, like I can order Halsey. You will do a residency and play at T-Mobile Arena with Cirque du Soleil and like be at the place where people can show titties. And like, so like, I think that's like, it's an adult party, but like, is Puff Daddy invited? Like, hopefully we'll catch Puff Daddy if he's trying to drug people and like rape them. Like that is like one of the issues, is worrying about drugging and raping people. And so are we worried about Puff Daddy parties? No, we are having Puff Daddy parties. So like there's the sexy rave, and I think at the sexy rave is where you like send the blokes. Like I mean, like you have like sexy dancers and stuff, but like it's still Cirque du Soleil. It's still like I don't know what DJs could play. I don't know like the thing is, you always have to have a DJ to play like when certain people take breaks from songs, because like I'm someone that like I have to take a little break after I sing certain songs. Like I need my voice to recover, and during that time you can have a DJ play and stuff like that. And there are really good DJs that can play by themselves at the sexy rave. And so like I think that probably like if you're gonna go meet a sex worker, like if you want to pay someone to have sex but you don't want to order them like over the internet, you don't want to trust the picture, like or like I mean you could always just, there's also like the way of taking them out before you have sex with them. But then there's also like you can just go to the sexy rave probably, and like we'll have some way of like marking them. Like we'll have like glow sticks that are a certain color. I don't even know. I have no idea. But like, and then like you can talk to them and be like, hey, I'd like to pay you to have sex. So in order to, if we were having sexy raves at the MGM Grand, like at the MGM Grand Garden Arena, then like I was talking about replacing the lion with the bear. And I was also talking about replacing the carpet. So like, I think like we'd have to like make it way trippier. Like I think we'd like definitely like have to like really work on like turning it into what the Mirage was like before, because the Mirage was super sick. And so like I think that like if we fix the MGM Grand Garden or the MGM Grand, like the decorations in there, and turned it into like a really sick, sexy rave, Like, I think it'd be sick because like you can still walk over from the MGM Grand. You can stay at the MGM Grand and go over to the Halloween party. And I do think that some of the best rooms are probably at the MGM Grand because their view of like New York, and like everything. So yeah, I think it should be a sexy rave. And I think, but we'd have to redo the carpet in there. I hate that it has like slot machines at all. Like I don't get gambling, but I know we have to do like that much gambling. They're tearing down this hotel, and the government is giving $300 million to the Oakland A's to build a stadium in its place in the middle of Las Vegas. Like when like Oakland A's lives, they're from Oakland. Like I think this is offensive. Like that's a nice looking building that is so much steel, that is so expensive to build. And it's already done. I think like it closed 5 months ago. Like I keep fighting for these structures that were closed like 5 months ago, like the Mirage and the Tropicana. And I feel like what's gonna happen is I'm gonna get elected president, and I'm gonna end up like finding out that one of them's demolished already. It's crazy to me. Like I think people would want to see baseball in Las Vegas, but maybe not. Like I don't know. Like I feel like buying the Oakland A's, like you have ugly colors. Like it's not a good, like when you get the Raiders, like you have nice looking jerseys, like you know you can make money off apparel and stuff like that. But when you get the A's, it's like maybe I wouldn't want the A's. I can't believe that they're just like, I can't believe the government's paying to tear down this freaking incredibly nice building that would be the nicest building in a lot of countries, so that we can build a stadium for the Oakland A's, like in the middle of like gangster town. Like it's like crazy how much the government gives to gangsters because they're in the government that much. I'm still working on my plan for Vegas because the more I think about Vegas, like the more I question whether or not like this slot machines everywhere are the secret to life, because like I know that they have the biggest like casino floor, one of the biggest casino floors at the MGM Grand, but like, why would anyone gamble there at all? Like, but they do gamble there. I know, like they send out promotions and stuff, and then people show up like for like, and they do like sports gambling there and all sorts of stuff. But that's going to be called the Rave, I think. Like it's just the name of it. And the Rave ends at 4:30 in the morning, and it's got like hot like sexy women running around, and like some of them are prostitutes, some of them are not. And it's got like buff guys that are like, I think the women, there will be like pole dancing in cages and stuff, but it's a circus performance and it's a rave. And that's what that will be known for. Like, so I've been thinking about like where you're going to gamble though. Like, is there gambling at the rave? I mean, maybe. Like, I feel like you should, if you're a true Vegas person, you know you can drug a woman and rape her. You can also drug someone and get them to gamble. And so like, but like I'm like 100% certain that these people are obsessed with proving to you that they're making money. No, we just robbed you for $50. I promise, we're the richest. Oh yeah, I did get robbed when I went to Vegas. It said the hotel room was $50, but it turned out to be 100. Everyone kind of knows. Yeah, that makes sense. Those people are that rich. This makes sense. That's the Venetian. That's where there'd be gambling still. Like the Tropicana, if it's not already taken down, would be where there's gambling. There'd be gambling at Trump's Andrea Hotel and the Excalibur, which I don't know. I feel like that could be like a lot of sexy people, because I don't even know. Like I know it looks like a kid place, but I don't even know. At Wynn, he's the owner of the Golden Nugget. Like I never know. Like, do you really need all that square footage of gambling in order to make money? Because like I think that people would like a packed gambling area at Caesar's Palace. Like, but like, am I going to overpack that many gambling areas if I move people to a different gambling area and I move a lot of people to Las Vegas to do tech work for me? Because like I could fill these hotels with like tech people, but then I could also like rent out rooms and stuff. And oh my gosh, getting a little, I don't even care. I just woke up. I just drink a bunch of coffee. I haven't drank caffeine for like months. So I don't know what to do with when, because I know we like, because I think Aria is just going to be for high rollers only, and that's just going to be like the way that the Aria. So I'm still working on planning Vegas in a way that's like not like visceral. Like, yeah, there's something about Vegas that's messed up. Like, cause like I have no problem with the prostitution. It's just like I really don't feel like everyone should be walking up to you and being like, hey, you want to buy a girl? Like I feel like I should like try to maybe Google. So but I've been trying to figure out what to do with the Luxor Pyramid, because like it's like probably the coolest spot like in all of Vegas. And like my opinion always has been like we need to do the Heaven and Hell nightclub, where there's the heaven part and then there's the hell. And I think the hell part is probably especially a gay club, because you're going to hell. If you're a gay person, you might go down there and have to go have your dominatrix spank your ass, because hell is kind of like that. But like I think the main theme, because it isn't just gay, but the hell part might be a little more gay. The whole theme of the club is that like if you're wearing white, then you're trying to be good tonight, like you're trying to stay out of trouble. If you're wearing black, you're probably trying to have sex. But like the Luxor Pyramid in general is not going to be the craziest nightclub pyramid. Like the way I see the Luxor Pyramid is like it's like where people like chill and smoke weed. Like it's like a really like it's a lot of people like hanging out and smoking pot, and like they have like luxury type pot type stuff. And so like I like it's like a smoking area, but generally it is the like the Vegas Strip is for smoking. But like I feel like maybe I might do the Wynn as a no smoking, like the Wynn and Encore as like a no smoking area. Like maybe that's like the one that's no smoking, like, and then one of those buildings could still have casino stuff. But people want to smoke in the casino. Like if you're like, I think generally like, but like maybe you could do a no smoking casino. Thing is, you don't notice people smoking because it's such a big area. So yeah, the Luxor would also have a lot of tech people there. It could be tech offices. Like I feel like the Luxor, could work out pretty good. Like, I mean, it's hard to get rid of the gambling there completely. Like, I think you probably have to like get rid of half the casino floor probably. And like, cause like, I think the casino is like, you can't even see it for most of the Luxor Pyramid, but like the casino's underground, like it's below. And like, I feel like you could still have like half the casino, cause too many people want to go to Luxor and then gamble there. And so if you want to go to the Luxor to gamble, I think you should probably still be able to gamble at the Luxor. But like, I would want to go to the place where like everyone, it's like a smoking lounge, where you can also get drinks and stuff. Like it's the chill spot compared to the rave, which is the MGM Grand. I've been trying to figure out what to do with the Sphere, because like the more I think about the Sphere, I'm like, dude, it is such a nice thing to have for like the other side of the Palazzo, for the other side of the Venetian, for the other side of the Wynn, for the other side of the Encore, for the other side of all these hotels over here, probably even the Hilton Grand Vacations, and maybe even the MGM. Like you'd be surprised that you can see that from MGM. Like maybe you can see it from Trump's, and there's nothing that way. And so like the views are always like good if they're facing the other buildings, and bad if they're facing like out towards like general Las Vegas, and this makes the view better. And so like what I wanted to see is like what it looked like when it was off completely, because this thing's consuming the energy of 21,000 homes while it's running. And so like I think that you can turn off the exterior monitors, which is like over half the electricity, and you can just put like certain monitors on, and like they can do like flickering type stuff or whatever, like with like probably like 10% of the monitors that are actually on, and then the rest of it's just black at night. And that way like it's still lit up. Like, or you can even, I mean, you could shine a light onto it, but I don't think you have to. I think you can just have like 5% of the monitors on, doing something with lights moving or whatever. And then like, it would still be a good view. And then like, I mean, 3-hour shows are not a big deal. Like if like the interior, like part of the Sphere is on, then like, you could have shows there. But still, like, I think the main shows would be Halsey at T-Mobile Arena, and Meg Myers at Allegiant Stadium, and then there's the rave at MGM Grand. And like Avril and I, like, whenever we're in town, like, could just show up and play there also. But, like, there would be DJs playing until, like, 4 in the morning or whatever. Because, like, like, there's the featured artist who is, like, Halsey or Meg Myers. And then there are DJs that play all night. And so, like, the party keeps going. And it's cool. Like, it's, like, the rave is more of a rave. And then the Halsey one's more of a rave, but it's not a rave. And, yeah. But I do think, like, we can figure out how to do a compromise with the Sphere is what I'm trying to say, is, like, just, like, 10% of the monitors are on and those are doing something and they're all spread out. So, like, they make sure it's lit up so that the view is still good. And then the interior monitors can be on, like, when, like, you're actually doing a show, and we could always have shows there, like, all the time, just like it is now, except, like, maybe even better shows because people tour. I think everyone wants to play there, and it's hard to get certain people to play shows for you, like, at some of these venues. And so, like, everyone wants to play at the Sphere, right? The person that will never play anywhere will play at the Sphere right now. Like, it's kind of like that. So I don't know. I think we can make it work. The more I've thought about this Heaven and Hell nightclub out of the Luxor Pyramid, the more I realized that, like, there isn't enough space in that pyramid for the Heaven and Hell nightclub and, like, that lounge. And then also, like, to continue with the casino stuff there. So, but, like, I think Mandalay Bay kind of has sort of ugly casinos, which it's by the Luxor. And then, like I think it was done in the 90s. So it looks like it hasn't been really updated for a while. And so what I was thinking is, like, the Palazzo and Cosmopolitan have a lot of really nice slot machines. And, like, I think they're pretty similar in, like, the way that they work with the color white. So Mandalay Bay could get updated with different casino stuff, and that could be the actual casino. Yeah, and because that's, like, so much space. Like, I don't know, like, I know I need to make sure they do casinos. People do casinos because, like, all you have to do is have them put money in it and you make money. So it's just like, oh, you're just going to give me money until it gives me money, but it's based on a percentage of how much it puts in there. Well, I know I'm going to make money off of it, but will I ruin, like, people's desire to go there? Because Mandalay Bay kind of looks like that. And if you look at it, like, I mean, there's someone there, and, like, I mean, it's not exactly packed. Like, I think that, like when I think of Vegas gambling, like, it's like 1 or 2 people here, and then it's like 1 or 2 people here. Like, it's not like, it's like 8 empty slots for every one person. But I still think Mandalay Bay can be really nice, especially if we put new slots in there. So how much does Trump charge for his resort fee per room nightly? So every night. So you stay there for 3 nights. How much are you going to spend in resort fees? I think it's like $152. I'm just guessing off the top of my head from doing math really quick and not actually trying. So you get on the internet, it's like $77 a night plus what? So that's actually $122 per night over 3 nights. Oh crap. Suddenly you're like, wait, you didn't tell me that I was going to spend, like, the price of an entire night by staying there for 3 nights. And that's why I don't like the way Vegas is at all. Like, it's really awkward. It's like we're always trying to trick you. But I really do think it's more like we need to trick people into thinking that we're making that much money. It's like Amway Global or Quickstar.com. Like, you will piss off someone so much. Well, of course, those people at the top of the pyramid are rich. Maybe they're trying to trick you into thinking that they're making more money than they actually are. And that's Vegas. Like, they're tricking you into thinking they're making money. That's why I don't know, like, how much, like, I really have to have that many slot machines, because there's slot machines off the strip. And then, like, I mean, I don't know. I think that, like, what you learn from doing math on like shows and, like, trying to think about, like, how much profit you can make off, like, stadiums and stuff is that, like, it is hard to make a lot of money. Because, I mean, I'm trying to raise tax money. I'm trying to make enough tax money off these properties to, like, really like benefit the American people. And, like, what I'm thinking is that, like, 1.5 billion is like a type of number I'm looking at for, like, entertainment, like, or maybe even, like, but more like probably 2.5 billion once you think about all the entertainment. Because, like, theoretically, like, the hockey could move to the Mandalay Bay if we're making too much money off the rave. But like I also haven't factored in like the drugs. Like I'm thinking about like ticket sales, because people will buy drugs there, and people buy drinks there, and people buy prostitutes there and stuff, and people spend a lot of money on like food and stuff there. So I don't know, like I'm trying to figure out how to do this, but like I think that one could be turned into a casino that looks like this, or with like slot machines that look like that and slot machines that look like that in different areas, and so it'd be brightened up inside, and I think it'd be a good view. And the reality is, like, I think a lot of federal employees could work there, because they have an apartment there, or they live in a hotel room while they're working on this project with this group of people. So I mean, and there are a lot of different hotels, and I think that like I really did overestimate like how much money like Meg, Halsey, me, and a bunch of DJs, and then Cirque du Soleil, and like a lot of people can like revenue can earn. But I also was like trying to keep ticket sales like super low for that Allegiant Stadium, like because I was averaging like I think $50 per ticket sale for like multiple venues, and I wasn't even including the Sphere, and I was also assuming sold out, and like I know I could like go up higher, but I think like for residency, like you really do want to keep the tickets a little bit lower. But I don't know, like it could be like I don't know. I think for a long show maybe it could be like $60 on average, but I don't know. So generally my opinion is that if a hotel sucks, then we should fix it. And when I think of the Paris hotel in Las Vegas with the Eiffel Tower, I think of that. Like I think it looks like that. I think the sky looks like it's the wrong blue. Like I think like that, like it just doesn't, it doesn't look good. Like it looks like that. And so like I think that number one, Paris should be nighttime in Paris, so you can make stars in the sky, and then that would make it look better immediately, which could be like too difficult because the ceiling could be made out of concrete and stuff like that. And I don't know exactly how you do stars in the sky, but it's so high up that you could like hide the wires and stuff. The problem is like I'm talking about like renovating too many hotels at once, but we are moving the nation's capital there. So like, I think we could probably afford some new chandeliers, especially for this area, that are more modern looking, and new carpet and stars in the sky. And the entrance area to Paris, like no one really goes there. I guess you check in there. Like that's why I don't really care about the chandeliers there. Like I think they look fine. Like obviously they look better if they were like really cool looking chandeliers. But like I don't really care that much. But I do think like it would be a lot nicer if we didn't try to make it look like actual Paris. Like, I mean, if that's the carpet in Paris, fire the decorator. Like they can, you can find someone in Paris that knows how to decorate. Like I've seen some Parisian like modern like design, and they do a very good job on interior design. Like that's fine right there, but like it doesn't mean you can't have stars in the sky. So like, yeah, I mean the chairs would be gone. Like it's a lot of work, but it's the nation's capital, and remodeling like that many places in Las Vegas at once would like probably be good for tourism. Like it's going to be good for tourism a lot. Like it's going to be too packed in the beginning. Like I don't know when it's going to ever slow down. Like I guess that's the goal, is that it never slows down, and that like this hotel is like super busy and it's nice.